Good afternoon, everybody. This is JP the Outlaw here to give you my preview and predictions for this year's WWE Battleground. Live from Philadelphia, mind you. It is the July the 22nd, 2017. Sorry for the pause and delay, but I'm here to give you these predictions. Hope you guys agree with me. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Everybody was safe. Sorry for the late upload. But, yeah, man, lazy Sunday, Saturday, or whatever the day it is, I wasn't feeling it today. But don't worry. I still have news. I still have rumors. And I still have the predictions. Unfortunately, I only have predictions on this episode. So bear with me, if you will. Let's kick it off. The pre-show. You'll have Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger. Both men are not being utilized on SmackDown. Either one is not being shown outside of skits or 5-minute matches. I feel as though Ty Dillinger is an immense talent that they should capitalize on immediately, especially with this crowd reaction and the response that he gets from the crowd. He should be highlighted way more than what he is in his current state. Now, I don't mind seeing him on a pre-show. You got to put him out there, of course. But you got to start putting him on TV. You got to start booking him in matches where he's winning, looking dominant. Let this be the end of Ty Dillinger and Aiden English and start Ty Dillinger versus Dolph Ziggler, moving him slightly up the card. Just saying. My predictions for this match, of course, Ty Dillinger for the win. Moving on. Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. Now, all month since they debuted, the Kanellises have been slightly annoyed by Sami Zayn and his quirky antics, but we all witnessed that for every action there's a reaction as Maria Kanellis smashes a freaking glass vase over the back of Sami Zayn's head for being disrespectful and constantly interrupting their promos, interrupting their quote-unquote power of love. So, me personally, I feel as though this feud can go the distance. And since this is his first match, Mike Kanellis, which, if you don't know him as Mike Kanellis, that is Michael Bennett, yes, from the Kingdom, ROH. Again, big fan of the Indies. That's who that guy is. If you notice who Maria is, you know who he is. Simple. But anyway, moving on. Mike Kanellis should win this match. I don't see why you would not give it to him. It's a debut. Sami Zayn can eat a loss every now and again. Plus, you don't have any substantial ground on what you're doing with him for SummerSlam. So therefore, why not promote a new talent in Mike Kanellis? Give him the win. You can have these guys feud on SmackDown. And of course, they may not even make the card for SummerSlam. You can always have them guys main event a SmackDown in some type of last man standing match. I think that would be the best move for these two guys in this feud. Moving on to the next match, the New Day versus the Usos. After the rap battle and the insults was thrown, these two teams have met in singles competition not once but twice on SmackDown. So it would appear to be that each time the New Day got the upper hand, each time the Usos got the upper hand, the New Day would retaliate with some type of quirky dance or action or something of that nature. Just their last couple of matches was a little off, of course, with Big E taking some big spots that he should not be taking. I made a comment on that on my last review on SmackDown. Please go back and check that out on the JP Outlaw channel or network. YouTube. Anyway. With that being said, I feel as though the New Day does not need to win the titles off the Usos just yet. I would rather save that for a SummerSlam pop. So, I have the Usos winning. Not clean, dirty, just like they did maybe, I believe that was Money in the Bank, where they kind of walked out of the ring, count out, just screw this match, we're leaving. I wouldn't mind seeing that happen again, which would force them into some type of stipulation match going into SummerSlam. The next match, Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. Now, Baron Corbin for the past 3 years has been slowly climbing the ladder. From NXT, he's already became Intercontinental Champion and now the Money in the Bank winner. You can only see big things for Baron Corbin. On the flip side of that coin, you have Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style. Do you honestly think the WWE will let him take a loss, being as though he's only been featured in tag team matches on SmackDown? No, I think the WWE will not let Shinsuke Nakamura take a loss. Therefore, again, Nakamura goes over big with a Kinshasa 1, 2, 3. Nakamura wins the match. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some tomfoolery in it, because again, just to make some notable mentions who's not on the card, okay, you have the Hype Bros, you have Dolph Ziggler, you have your women's champions is not even on the show as far as the match is concerned. So it will be curious to see what they'll do with all these missing pieces of the puzzle. But just again to mention, Dolph Ziggler not being on the fucking show can cause a lot of changes for Nakamura. Dolph Ziggler was Nakamura's first opponent, and since then, again, Dolph Ziggler was already on a downslide. But to try to reboost Dolph Ziggler into a better light, you can always throw him in there so Nakamura can be featured on SummerSlam. And it wouldn't surprise me if they would go with some type of multi-man match for Nakamura, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. It would not surprise me, because how can you fit all these stars on your card? Of course, you know John Cena will be featured by himself, but we'll get into that later. Again, going Nakamura in the Nakamura and Baron Corbin match. Then you have the number one contenders women's match, a 5-way, which I believe is an elimination match. Of course, the combatants are Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Tamina, and Lana. Now, with how they've been booking Lana, with what's been going on with Lana, I feel as though Lana has had her moment in the sun, but it wouldn't surprise me if the WWE went with Lana on this number one contendership, showing that she earned her title to go up against Naomi. Also, and again, that's just me making Lana my sleeper in this match. My true pick for this match would be Charlotte, only because you can build with Charlotte. She already has the name. She's already a notable women's wrestler. You can put her in there and have Naomi drop the title at SummerSlam. But then you still have Carmella in the background. Have Carmella come out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Boom. It tells itself. Charlotte has another win on her belt, has another title reign, short-lived, but another title reign in her catalog. It would only be beautiful, which would force them to go into a 3-way match at the following pay-per-view after SummerSlam. But that's how I would book it. All these other women, I do not see taking the title. Maybe Becky Lynch, but I do not see them giving the title to Naomi. I do not see them giving the title to Tamina. And of course, Lana is not ready yet. But I can see a title change with Charlotte. So I'm going Charlotte. The WWE may just give it to Lana. Who knows? Moving on to the U.S. Championship match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens have made reports that he's been injured, hurt, bruised out there on the road. AJ Styles is in the best shape of his career. It makes no sense to take the title off of AJ in Madison Square Garden just to give it back to Kevin Owens in Philadelphia. That's crazy. That's bananas. And I doubt if the WWE will go that way. This will give AJ something to do until we get into the lower part of the WWE calendar year. I'm talking about Survivor Series. I'm talking about the Royal Rumble. Right around that time. This will give him something to do. And it will, again, spawn some great matches. You still got Chad Gable out there in the win, who he's already gave him the okay for being one of the hottest workers inside the game from AJ Styles. That's a hell of a compliment. With that being said, AJ Styles I'm going with, because I don't see them taking it off of Kevin Owens, taking it off of AJ and giving it to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens needs to take a break and get some rest and relaxation for his body. He's been working ever since I believe last year in May. So there you go. I don't think he's had a day off since. The next match on the card, the flag match between Rusev and John Cena. Now, the interesting thing with Rusev is that he should be, again, catapulted to the top of the card, just like he did Jinder Mahal. But that should have been Rusev. Only because Jinder, again, has the winning complexion as they try to gain more viewership over there in India. You would, of course, want somebody of Jinder's ethnicity to be in that spot. And that's understandable. But looking at all the raw talent that Rusev has and has not been capitalized or used well, now is the perfect time with the brand split to put the title on a cat like Rusev, making him a valid contender going into your upcoming years. Maybe even the next 5 to 10 years with Rusev. But, John Cena is at the tail end of his career. He's already 40. And he's made it very clear that he doesn't see himself doing this much longer. So he wants to give back to the business. But even with that being said, he just came back off of a vacation. They gave him the moniker as free agent John Cena. I doubt if the WWE would have him lose after just coming back. You need Cena to look strong, being the case that he can jump back and forth from jump back and forth from brands. So, of course, I see Cena picking up the win here. There's multiple ways you can do this to keep both men looking dominant and strong going into this. But I know the WWE is going to find a way to fuck this up. So, yeah. Getting into the next match. The Punjabi Prison match, which is the main event on the card. Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. Now, the first two Punjabi Prison matches wasn't all that great. And it took 10 years to bring this theme back to the WWE, which is okay. I don't think anybody has missed it. So, being the fact that they're, again, trying to gain viewership in India, you have to put some type of Indian-based match together. And they did this a while back when they had the Great Khali, and they tried to put the Great Khali up against the Undertaker in the first ever Punjabi Prison match. Unfortunately, the Undertaker, the Great Khali could not perform, so they put Big Show in his stead. At the time, Big Show was the ECW champion. So that's just giving you a little insight of how long it's been since this match has been used. Now, this feud itself should have been done with after 3. Okay, you already got enough heat from Jinder Mahal gripping up Randy Orton's father. You could have did Jinder Mahal versus John Cena going into Battleground, and then Jinder Mahal, John Cena 2 at SummerSlam. You probably would have been a better build. You already got the All-American hero John Cena, and he's in a flag match on this very same pay-per-view. Why wouldn't you put him against Jinder Mahal? Thus taking the title off of Jinder, and then you can have John Cena as the free agent John Cena bounce back and forth between two brands with one title. Now, I doubt if he would defend his WWE World Heavyweight Championship on Raw due to the brand split. I doubt it. But it wouldn't look bad having him defend it at the pay-per-views. I doubt if he would do it on the weekly shows. But the pay-per-views would not be a bad idea. Plus, it would hold over that gap of not having a heavyweight on the card without having Brock Lesnar there. So that would pretty much hold you over, especially with John Cena. And you know John Cena can hold on to the title for a lengthy amount of time. You can have him fight all of the up-and-comers, have them look good, or put them over, rather. But I doubt if he would drop the title.